What up, y'all? Everybody who coming in, y'all smash that like button. Subscribe to the channel you ain't subscribed already. And today's topic is about who's Errol Spence fighting. Because I'm wondering, is it Fundora? I thought it was Jerron Ennis, but I seen the article with Jerron Ennis possibly fighting Staniosis. And you remember people were saying, hey, the options that was on the table was Staniosis, Jerron Ennis, or Keith Thurman. If Jerron Ennis and Staniosis fighting each other, right? Because that's what I heard that's going down December 17th. I think that to be most likely or whatever, but still anything can happen. I think the only other opponent for Errol Spence to move, the only other opponent for him to fight or move up would be Keith Thurman. So right now, at this moment, I'm thinking Keith Thurman or going up and fighting Sebastian Fundora. But, by the way, either one of those guys are better than amnesia, so it doesn't matter. So, it really don't matter, but I just still want to know type shit, you heard me? So, if Errol Spence fights Sebastian Fundora, get ready to see a fucking tree get chopped down like you've never seen before, because that's exactly what's going to happen to Fundora. Because by the way, my name is Mr. No Sources. You know, I have no sources whatsoever, and even if I did, I probably still would act like I wouldn't know. You heard me? So, I have no sources or no, idea what the fuck is going on. I only see rumors and different things, different talks or whatever we all be having. And, none of this shit's concrete. So don't take my word and run with it and be like, hey, man, it's Errol Spence versus Sebastian Fundora. I don't know shit. So, Sebastian Fundora, man, I seen some word from him this year, 2022. You know what I'm saying? It's like Sebastian Fundora had okay performances, pretty good. He did what he had to do with all these guys leading up, heading into 2022. But all of a sudden, he fought Errol Lubin, and he had superpowers. He had super strength, super punching power. You would think he was Mr. Incredible himself. I mean, damn. He was punching on Lubin, and it was just, the damage was building up, and it just looked like some shit I never seen before from from Sebastian Fundora. his ass looked like a monster. Uppercuts after left hooks, after right hooks, after uppercut again. His favorite punch in that fight was the uppercut. You know what I'm saying? Very impressive performance, though. But it still was, I seen him later on in the year. He fought, who he fight? I forgot, all fucking ready, and I just watched the shit. I forgot, but he did. It wasn't the same fucking performance, bro. The boy, I don't know what it was. I would like to hear some explanations or see some drug tests. I'm just saying. You know what I'm saying? I would like to know if Buddy is taking Vada and everything else that you're supposed to be taking coming into these fights. I would like to see gloves check. I'm going to stop bullshit. I'm just saying. You know what I'm saying? I ain't saying he did it, but he did nothing he wasn't supposed to do. But I would like to make sure Brody gloves is being checked. He taking the correct test and he's supposed to be tested, because it was just strange to me. I ain't gonna lie, it was. He wasn't doing none of that shit in that fight he just had. That shit went all 12 rounds. And Errol Lubin was way tougher than him. So I looked at it and it made me wonder, But, you know, I don't know nothing. I don't know anything, but that's besides the point. Errol Spence go up to 154, he'll fit right in. Some people got the idea of Errol Spence is too small for those guys at 154. Well, actually, he's not. Because just because he ain't as tall as some of them motherfuckers, that don't mean nothing. Actually, a lot of shorter fighters be having more of the advantage than taller fighters because them niggas be punching right over your head and you know, especially when they don't really fight their height. Somebody like Dimitri Bivol, his height and reach is an advantage because how he fight. He know how to box and he know how to stay on the outside. You know what I'm saying? He disciplined and he's just a different type of motherfucker with height and reach. So that's different. You know what I'm saying? Than somebody like Sebastian Fundora. He tall, skinny or whatever, but he fight like he like fighting on the inside. He don't even fight. He's better on the inside than he is on the outside. And that's exactly what Errol Spence wants your ass. He want to be able to pound on you. It ain't like he got some kind of movement to where, you know, he can jab, stay on the outside, stay away from Errol Spence. Even though I don't think that's only a time limit when it comes to that anyways, because by the time he start walking you down and shutting the ring off, you're going to have to fight regardless. But Sebastian, he want to fight. He want to fight on the inside and his body wide open. I think Errol Spence will break his ass like a fucking twig, like a branch. Just break his ass down. So I would like to see that fight. I ain't gonna lie. I'd like to see it. I'd like to see it for sure. You know what I'm saying? Break him down, bring him down. You know what I'm saying? I say body. I say straight up body. The whole time, the whole first half of the fight, just make him start bending over, crunching down. So you can start hitting that eye. And then collect his eye. You know what I'm saying? Because when you think about it, Ugas was taller and bigger, way fucking bigger than Errol Spence in that fucking ring. If y'all don't remember, he was way bigger than Errol. Errol was able to break him down, beat that body up, made him start hunching over to protect that body. And when he started hunching over, he hunching over forward. And when he hunching over forward, Errol Spence started throwing them fucking uppercuts. And it hit that motherfucking eye, and it was collected. So I see the same similar thing with Ugas, man. Ugas, man. I mean, Sebastian Fundora. I see the same thing with him. Maybe even worse, because when Errol Spence go up to 154, he got a little more juice than what he got now, because he's sucking down on 147. So he losing. He'll never be 100% at 147, I believe. I don't think he'll never be 100%. That's why anytime you ask Earl what percentage he was, he'd be like, I was about 60%, 70%, shit like that. He's never going to say 100, because you can't get the full Errol Spence at 147, because he's shrunken now. He's losing power. And it's crazy to say that he losing power when the nigga collect the eyeball and making niggas get rib implants. It's crazy to say, oh man, he losing power. You'll look at it like, he losing what? Nigga, that ain't losing nothing. But yeah, he losing power, bro. He'll be faster, sharper. He'll have more energy. Man, them guys at 154, they all good as a motherfucker. Can't say nothing bad about none of them. But Errol Spence got more skills than majority of them guys, and he got some shit. You know, a lot of those guys at 154 got stamina issues. They just not as good as him. They ain't, you know, they punch. See, Fundora maybe got a high punch count like Errol Spence, but he ain't got as much skills. He ain't got as much experience. He ain't punching like him. You know what I'm saying? Just different shit. It's just too much shit stacked on. He just ain't as good as him, period. You know what I'm saying? And Tony Harrison got probably just as much skill as Errol Spence, but in his own way. But the thing is, with him, he got stamina issues. So that's his problem. That's basically his kryptonite to Errol Spence. You know what I'm saying? Is that stamina. He ain't gonna be able to keep up a high pace from 1 round to 12 rounds without having that lapse and then breaking. He'll get broke down eventually, as good as he is. And you know, I can break down all those guys for real, but we'll talk about that some other time as if they possible opponents or whatever. But this Sebastian dude, I think if Errol Spence was to move up to 154, he'll be the first target. Break that motherfucker in half. Chop his ass down. Get your axe ready. You know what I'm saying? It's time for some barbecue ribs, you hear me? Put them on for some rib tips. It won't be much because he a skinny motherfucker, but it'll be some, you know, you can put anything on that grill. You know what I'm saying? Just add Bomac. He'll tell you. He'll tell you. That shit might be skinny, but put that shit on the grill. That's what Bomac would say. You know what I'm saying? I don't know shit again. Errol Spence versus Sebastian Fundora. Definitely pay-per-view. I pay for that. And that's a good-ass fight to me. Very exciting. Sebastian would have to fight like he never fought before. Errol Spence made him fight, but this would be something different. So, yeah, hit that like button. Subscribe to the channel. You ain't subscribed already. And I'm out, y'all. Deuces.